Shalom and welcome to Challenging Torah, a project of the Malibu Jewish Center and Synagogue. We are in Parshat Yitro, which is the pinnacle, the moment that God, Moses, and the Jewish people stand at Sinai, and we receive the revelation of Torah, the unfolding, the understanding of what it is to be a holy people to God. It's a long story. It started way back with Abraham, right? When God said, Abraham, Lech Lecha, and you will become a great nation, and I will bless all the peoples of the earth through you. There will be a 400-year wait. And it's passed from father to son, the legend, the story, the understanding. But by the time it gets to Moses, who was called from the bush, he has to say to God, okay, I'll go back. Who shall I say sent me? What was your name? And so the early courtship is almost forgotten. God then launches into suitor mode. This is a marriage. And he does whatever is possible to convince not only the Egyptians, but really the Jewish people, that he is God and there is none else. And we need to understand that and come to a marriage of God and the Jewish people. And so we have the story of the splitting of the sea, and we have the story of them being pulled out to safety on the other shore. And at that point in the wilderness, it's now time for God to get dressed and make a formal proposal. He reminds them, I have taken you out on eagle's wings. Now, if you will obey me faithfully and keep my covenant, then you shall be my possession among all peoples, and a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. You want to do it? And Moses goes back to God. And Moses goes back to the people and says, this is what God said. And they say, Na'aseh v'nishma. We'll do it. Kol asher diber, na'aseh. Everything God said, we'll do it, we'll do it, we'll do it. So God again calls Moses back. Moses is the messenger, the prophet between God and the people. Moses is given directions. The people need to do a mikvah. We're about to do a wedding. Moses adds a little bit about, and don't go near a woman for 3 days. And the mikvah happens, and then they are prepared to go and stand at the mountain. But they're not all allowed to go up to the top, la'alot. They are told, stand below. I have set bounds around. Take heed to yourselves. And do not touch its border. Whoever touches the mount shall surely be put to death. When the trumpet sounds a long blast, they shall come up to the mount. The people are below. The mountain is above. In the Midrash, there's the story that says the mountain is above their heads. And if they don't accept the 10 Commandments, it will be the end of the story. There is a place of fear as well as of love, yirah, v'ahava. But the day arrives. And it came to pass on the 3rd day that there were thunderings and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount and the sound of a shofar exceedingly loud. So all the people who were in the camp trembled. People are below, and the groom arrives in a magnificent light and sound show. And it is every breaking of boundaries you can imagine. There is lightning and thunder and sound, and the people are able to see the sound and hear the visuals. We are at a moment beyond God's time. The chuppah is at the top of the mountain as a magnificent sky. And I believe that in most weddings, the bride doesn't really hear what the rabbi has to say. They are in God's time. It's as if they've been captured. It is an alternate state of reality. The people hear the first of Anochi, just the aleph in the throat, and they say, Moses, go here for us. We can't do it. You go here and tell us. And so Moses the prophet hears, and it's left for each one of us to hear Torah in our own particular way. That's what it means we all stood at Sinai. We are all still standing at Sinai. This wedding ceremony is still going on. Every time we go up to Torah for an aliyah, we go up to the mount, and hopefully we hear Torah in a different way. A way that is particularly ours. What Aviva Zarnberg calls the particulars of rapture. There are 10 commandments. They say that at the end of each one, the people go back 24 kilometers and come forward 24 kilometers. There's so much trembling and so much thunder. They don't really hear it. It's just a vibration. And yet, when Moses comes down, they say, Naseh v'nishma. We'll do it. Whatever was said, we'll do it. And then we'll understand. This is what we do when we sign a ketubah. And this Torah document is our ketubah. We took it on, and now it's up to us to unpack it. Just like any wedding. You're at a wedding and you sign and you say, Hargeyat mikudeshet li, you are made holy and sacred unto me. What does that mean? It's going to take a lifetime to find that out. We break a glass because we know there's pain in a relationship. They say we all stood at Sinai. When you get married, we quote Adam and Eve, that we've all stood in this line of married couples from the Garden of Eden. We are just a link in that chain, but in every link, it's up to us to find the Torah that we have in this lifetime. I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom, and may you go up to the Torah and receive your Aliyah. Amen.